Hannah Horne, Vice President of Public Policy and Programs for the Hilton-Bluffton Chamber of Commerce, joins us. Hannah, an awful lot on the plates of employers here on the island and employees, potential employees as well. Let's start with federal help. It looks like it's going to be a little less after June 30th for employees, but there's an awful lot out there for employers, isn't there?
I'll try to run down as many of these as I can for you, Bob. Yeah, you're right. A lot on the plate. So first of all, the Restaurant Revitalization Fund and what's called the Shuttered Venue Operators Grant are both federal stimulus programs that are up and running. They are being facilitated right now through the SBA. Seems to be going well. The Restaurant Revitalization Fund will put about $30 billion into the hands of restaurateurs around the country. Wow. But keep in mind that industry lost about $260 billion. So it's a little bit, but hopefully it'll shore up some of the losses and kind of keep them going in different parts of the country where they're not as busy as we are right now. So keep in mind, this is nationwide. The shuttered venues will open up a lot of and help shore up the delta on lost revenues for theaters, theaters, stages, all types of festivals, those types of venues that have lost so much money with having to be closed down. The other thing we're watching, of course, in Washington is the president's infrastructure bill. That's $2 trillion. The Republicans have come up with a mirror bill that is only about $560 billion as opposed to $2 trillion. I think they're going to try to work out the differences in those. But keep in mind, infrastructure is more than just bridges. It's a lot more than that. But these infrastructure projects are meant to bring jobs into communities as well as build up America's economic prosperity from those things like broadband and childcare and education, bridges, roads, all of those types of programs. So it's multifaceted, watching for the ink to dry between those two different ideas that are on the table. Yeah, certainly an awful lot for them to be thinking about, and all of it looks like could help us here in the Lowcountry. Small Business Week is coming. Yes. Is it here or is it coming? It's here. It's here. It's like my Christmas week. I love Small Business Week. And what better time, of course, to celebrate National Small Business Week and locally celebrating our small businesses. Boy, they have been put through the ringer. I tell you, if you have not admired the persistence and the go-getter attitude of a small business, boy, we can after COVID, right? So we're having several events throughout the course of the week to not only celebrate our members and the small business community as a whole, but some classes, some eat-in meetings, some thank you to the nonprofits that have really stepped up. It's just going to be a really great week to celebrate all that they do. Keep in mind, our small businesses employ much more people than statewide than do those larger businesses. So really understanding the economic impact of when you shop in a small business, when you support a small business, that dollar's going a long way to stay in the community. Certainly. And of course, folks can log into the Chamber website to find out when those particular events are. Next week, we're coming on to Apprenticeship Week. Explain that. Yeah, so May 17th, we're going to launch an entire week of apprenticeship awareness in Beaufort County. We're calling it Apprenticeship Works. Bob, I don't know how much you know about apprenticeships. When we were coming through, especially the broadcast world, internships were the really big thing, okay? Well, apprenticeships are not your dad's internships, okay? Apprenticeships allow a business to register a training program to hire a skilled worker, or there be funds available for that worker to be able to earn and learn while they're on the job. These are phenomenal programs that have enormous traction in several of our sectors: healthcare, IT, hospitality, tourism, the skills and trades, things like plumbing, electricians, and the state and the Technical College of the Lowcountry have so many scholarships right now for those that want to either young people get involved in an apprenticeship, go ahead and be actually in high school and learning and growing in a career at the same time. Or if you're looking to pivot, you're an adult, you want to pivot your career, or if you want to upskill in your current job, your employer can look at an employee and say, hey, that person has talent. Let's really get them into a training program. Perhaps all they need is just a little bit of extra training for accounting or management or something like that. And apprenticeships are, we have one of the best apprenticeship programs in the country here in South Carolina. We want to bring awareness to it and let businesses, employees, parents, and students know that they are available right here in our community.
What's the best way for businesses and workers to find out about that?
Sure. So all next week, the week of the 17th of May, we're going to have all kinds of information on our website, on our social media. You can also log on, just Google Apprenticeship SC, and there's a ton of information there as well. We have our own dedicated liaison that's part of the technical college system to be able to guide those employers through setting up their training program. We've made it really easy for a business. And did I mention there's a tax credit involved in there for the businesses
No, you didn't,
as well?
but go ahead.
Yeah, businesses really, think smarter, not harder when it comes to hiring. Right now you're thinking all you can do is just raise wages. There's all kinds of other options as well to be able to recruit employees knowing that they're going to upskill, that they're going to get education that's valuable to them, that they're not in a job, but they're truly in a career. Let's get into that mindset.
Fantastic stuff. Hannah, a lot of great information. We appreciate the time, as always. Hannah Horne of the Hilton-Bluffton Chamber of Commerce. Up next, Mayor John McCann joins us. He's got a lot on his plate. We'll help him clear it next.